97underground.com.
Hey folks, Michael Spedden here, host of The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide, and welcome to the 97 Underground Michael Spedden interview page, where we feature interviews with all the best local and national acts. Remember folks, The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com can be heard every Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. Download the free app and listen anytime, anywhere. And enjoy our interviews, folks. Remember, shop small and support local homegrown original music. Now, on with the interview. Folks, Michael Spedden here, and welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show. Today, we're talking to Scarlet Angel. Scarlet Angel just added a new bass player, Tom Watchinsky. He's been playing around for a good while now, and just joined the band back in April. And they've done a couple of good shows. They played at Fishhead Cantina, and they also played up in Michigan at a festival. And they're going to tell us all about that and a whole bunch of other great things. They're working on some new material, and I won't spoil the interview, but it's always a great time catching up with Scarlet Angel. So without further ado, remember, the Back of the Rack is on every Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern. Our replay is every Wednesday from 2 to 4 a.m. Download the free app. Listen anytime, anywhere. You can watch and listen to us on your Roku. And, of course, this station here on YouTube, at 97 Underground, Michael Spedden on YouTube. So without further ado, here is the latest from Scarlet Angel. And welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. And today we are here with Scarlet Angel. They have some announcements today, and so I'll go ahead and turn it over to you all. So what's going on?
Well, we'd like to welcome our new bass player, Tom Watchinsky. He's been with us for a few months now. How many months has exactly been, Tom?
Since
Just
April.
April, yeah. Tom, we love having him. He fits like a glove. He's stepped in. He's a really good team player, and he's a wild player on stage. And I think he can add some things to our original music. I can't wait to hear his original recordings that he told me he has some of. And we're just really excited to have him as part of the team.
Oh, well, congratulations, Tom. It's good to definitely good news. I've known these folks for a good number of years now. We go back a good ways. Back when I was just a young budding musician, and these ladies took me under their wing and got me a couple of shows at Feathers Lounge, and it was supposed to be one of the Halloween parties, but that kind of fell through. But
yeah, right. That's in 88 and 89.
Yeah. But good people. You're in good company, Tom. Congratulations. So
Thanks,
how do you like it so far? It's
fun. I like playing that kind of music, so it works out.
Great. So it looks like too, you've had a couple of shows under your belt with Tom so far, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Several.
Mm-hmm. So,
what was the first one, Michelle?
5 of them, huh?
What was the first one?
It was a Ted open up for Ted Polly.
The Racehorse.
Yeah, the
Racehorse, right?
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And people really dug that. They said that he was a good fit with us, and some people said he was actually their favorite bass player with us. I was like, that's cool. Yeah, that was a good show.
Nothing like a little pressure there, huh?
we played at Gray Manor in Dundalk. We played with Shout at the Devil there. And then we did Fishhead for the 97 Underground show there. That was a good time. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Michigan. We drove 10.5 hours to play 2 shows in Michigan. We had a nice cabin. That was really cool. We all stayed in the same cabin together. That was a good time.
Yeah,
right on the water. It was so much fun.
Mm-hmm. Was it a club that you played in Michigan, or was it a festival or something?
It was a festival called Camp Champ. It's by invitation only, and that was on Saturday night. Friday night we played at the Clearview Tavern up there in West Branch, Michigan. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
It was very heartwarming. We were very well received. Mm-hmm. So, metal, it's always a good validation that metal's alive and well, and that you can basically translate your music into other states and other areas, other countries and things like that. So like the Friday night, we got a chance to play mostly originals. And then the next night we did our Judas Priest show.
Yeah.
And that one was way out in the woods. It was like the organizer's hunting cabin. And there were several hundred people there. But like we were just like way out in the woods. There was nothing, like no phone, no lights, no motor cars. What's that from? Gilligan's Island, I think. But yeah, there was.
We needed a guide to get us out there, a guide, because it was like, especially in my little turd car that I have. So we're going over these like, hills and mountains and like big giant, like we don't know how deep the water is in these holes I'm going over. I'm expected to get stuck, but it was a great time. It's just what Michelle said too. It's so cool to see. It was like, I want to say we had a little synopsis of like the Dundalk, Essex area, all the way in Michigan, and it's all metalheads. It was great. Same people everywhere, just with a different accent. That's all.
Campfire there, and they had our merch booth set up. People were flocking to the merch booths both nights. It was great, and they were but when we left, I was like, oh, which way do we get? So instead of turning around and going the way we came, me and Tom, because Tom rode with me, we just kept going, and the road got skinnier and skinnier, and the trees, and there was like big puddles. And luckily I have an SUV, but still there was puddles and there was branches, and it was like, where are we going? It was dark. It was pretty creepy. It was really kind of like a horror movie setting out there, but it was really neat. There was no lights. It was completely dark except for the stage lights when you played. And it was just, wow. The people loved us, and all the bands were great. It was multiple bands, and it was just a good time. People were so friendly. Oh man, all the neighbors were playing our music on like Amazon Music, which I didn't even know we were on Amazon Music, and they were playing our CDs, and the guy next door let me drive his four-wheeler. It was a good time. It was a great time.
Hey, are we allowed to mention this? I don't know if we're allowed to mention this. I should have asked you girls before we got on here, but we made a lot of connections there. We were in conversations with some people from Canada.
Yeah.
Michelle, you want to take that?
Oh yeah, they had asked us if we'd come up there maybe next year and do a festival, played a festival in Canada, which is great too.
Wonderful.
It's a metal fest. It's strictly a metal fest in Canada, in Toronto. And I'm like, passports, girls.
There you go.
Yeah, so that was cool. And I met a guy from a radio station that plays like classic rock up there. He's interested in playing our music too. So he's got our CDs, and hopefully that'll happen as well. But we met a lot of really cool people. They were really nice. I mean, and then the girls in what were they called? Killdeer.
Killdeer, yes.
Killdeer.
Yeah,
it's a bird.
They were practicing right like two houses down, and we walked down and listened to their practice. And then Michelle wound up helping them out, playing guitar for them because their guitar player got sick, and that was a help on the second night that we played.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we were like, I can't just say enough. We were really far out in the woods, and then that's when that we had those the bad air days with all the particulates in the air.
Right.
And
wow.
When we were getting ready to go to the show, somebody said that there was a forest fire in Michigan, kind of like where we were playing. So like we kind of had that in the back of our mind when we were going, because you really had to go like into the woods very far, and it was a dirt road. It wasn't paved or anything. So, I mean, it could be a little bit apprehensive, but you know how it is, like just like with the rock and roll, you don't want to disappoint anybody. So we just kept going.
So would you have to load your gear on like donkeys or something, or canoes? And
I think there was kind of like a human conveyor that was kind of getting stuff going. But when we left, wasn't it, Jack? It was so dark. Like
very dark.
I was talking a whole lot to Jesus, let me tell you, because that stuff was really messing with my voice and my throat. And I'm just like, Lord God, there's nothing I can do at this point. It was just wing it. And singing priest on top of it.
I can only imagine. I mean, I just walked outside, just breathed regular, and it was awful. God, and it was down here. I can imagine with you being that much closer to it, that must have been like.
God came through for me as usual. So yeah, we did great. Everybody loved it. So hey, it's all good.
Yeah, it was a good time. I left my cowbell in Michigan too. It was so dark I didn't even see it. I was like, I loaded back up and just because
Yeah, I left my spare strap up there.
Did you? You left something too? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I must have left it behind the stage.
Oh man,
It's a cab replaced it.
we just, well, for me, being a drummer, I just took my breakables and it's like you gotta have a cowbell. You gotta have your pedals, cymbals, and certain things. But the other bands were all nice. I mean, they were very accommodating. It was just a really good time, and hopefully we'll play it again next year. It was just a fun trip. It really was. And me and Tom drove together. He drove with me in my my Rock Creek SUV, and we just had a good time. Especially on the way back, we played games. We did like trivia and three truths and a lie. That was fun. That's a good time. So we got to know each other too. So it was really fun, and we kept each other awake.
Yeah.
And of course, I played 2 shows out there and then had to come back that Sunday and play another show with the band, and it worked out. So.
Say poor Tom. I think poor Tom got a huge dose all at one time of the Angel in the cabin with us for 4 days, and good, bad, ugly, all the way around. You know
everything
what I'm saying?
in between.
Early morning, wake up. Yeah. It was interesting.
My friend,
if he stays in the band at this point, girls, we're good.
My friend Angie traveled with us and stayed in the house with us. So it was the 5 of us, but she was just observing us in the great room, which was the living room, dining room, and kitchen. And she said, "Man, you guys, this is great reality TV. I want to go make some popcorn because, it's just like basically a litter of puppies. Like you laugh, you cry, you smack each other in the head, and then you're, all friends again. And, so there was, like I said, everything in between. It was just really a fun time, and it was good to get a reset. I think I encourage all bands to look for like opportunities other than their home base, and kind of you get a different perspective, and it's like a reset.
Going on the road. Going on the road is definitely a good like bonding, team building type experience. When you travel together and you're really spending a lot of time together. I mean, that's important because there's times when I've known a number of people who they play together fine, but they couldn't stand each other to travel. But I'm glad it looks like you all have really got the whole circle.
Yeah, it was and just I don't know. Everywhere we went, like people would stare at us like we were going into Walmart in a big line of 5 of us, and like everybody like stopped to look at us. It's not like we had our stage clothes on or anything, but I don't think they get many strangers up there.
But they were definitely looking at us when we went to Walmart. That was a good time. I found some cool art toys.
Yeah, and there's also like the shopping center was like, what was it, like 20 minutes away? It's not like around here where everything's like right across the street basically, so but yeah, I think it would be cool, Mike, if Tom could kind of tell the listeners a little bit about himself and like what his influences are.
Sure. Tom,
what makes him tick basically.
The floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, well, my influences: Rush, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, the Melvins. I was a postal worker for the United States Postal Service for at least 5 years. I worked there for 33 years. Now I'm retired, and now I'm a rocker. So I found a good group to stick with. I have a lot of fun with them playing. So
we have great conversations too.
Yeah, I sit here on my farm in Joppa, Maryland, and raise my chickens, dogs, and cats. And play bass, so
he's a chicken tender.
I was promoted from postmaster to chicken tender. Yes.
There you go. Well, wonderful. And well, that's great. That's great to hear. And again, I'm glad that I know you've had you've been kind of rebuilding. You've had a big personnel shakeup a while back, and I'm glad that it's everything's really falling into place. That's really great to hear, and I'm really happy for you here. So I understand you're still working on new material, right? That's going on. So where are you with that? How's that? Where are you, do you think?
Well, we have a few songs recorded, and when we get one completely done, we'd love to send it to you, Mike, and see if you guys could play it on 97.
I would be honored.
Thanks. So we just keep writing and just taking steps forward, even if it seems like it's a slow process, we just keep taking steps forward, and just keep going with the grind, and you know, I think it was Confucius that said, journey of 1,000 miles begins with single step. So that's kind of like what we're doing right now. Just, and, you know, Jackie's relocated to Tennessee. So we're, you know, she's coming back and forth, but, you know, we can still do things remotely. And Jack, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, I think everybody, I don't know. You know how the rumor mill is. It's like, oh, well, Jackie's gone, and I'm not gone. It's called a car, and it drives good. So I'm a Sagittarius. I love traveling. So I'll drive 10, 15, 20 hours. I don't care. Do it all the time. I'm so alive. So yeah, it's not that I've exactly relocated. That's like taking a drive from like Essex to Towson, and you're spending a night in Towson, and somebody's like, oh, Jackie's relocated. I'm not. I'm just a little further away than most people. That's all. So I don't look, the world is a lot smaller to me now since I've been around a lot of places here the last year. And, you know, I want to also address the whole like rumor mill thing. Like, you know, just keeping it real. It's like, look, just hit me up if anybody has any questions about where I'm at. My son, my daughter, and my grandchildren all are in Tennessee. So I'm here because I had the month off. There was no shows this month. So I had planned to come here for the month and spend the month with them, get my granddaughter back off to school and be my mom for a while. And then still, I ended up just booking a show, girls. I didn't tell you. Not for Scarlet, but the Stevie Nicks thing that I do. So I'm doing a Stevie show here August 21st. That fell on my lap. I didn't even look for it. But I mean, yeah, I'm just going to do my thing wherever I'm at, you know. Bloom where you're planted, that's what they say. And writing music is just a joy. I've done the cover thing. Me and Michelle talk about this. I'm like in between because I love cover music. I love cover bands. I love going out to watch them. I love hearing songs I know. But there's such a joy in writing your own music and
I agree.
Putting your heart out there. I always say, I just said to somebody today, I said, each one of the songs I can hear off of every Scarlet Angel CD is like finding an old photograph album that you haven't seen. Yeah. That all your babies are in there. Your babies when they were in diapers, and you know how you like look at it, you just want to cry. That's how I feel when I hear some of my old songs from husband number one. Then there was husband number two, and you know the list goes on. But you know, yeah, I mean, it's like there's joy in that, especially over the course of what girls now coming on 42 years now.
Yeah, 42. It's
like
42
really
years. Yeah.
A lifetime of memories, good ones, very good ones, and looking forward to making more with Tom. Tom is yet another additional male member to the Scarlet Angel team, and it's a joy. He's wonderful.
Certainly is.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Well, I'm really, like I said, I'm really glad things really seem to be falling in place for you and everything. You're enjoying writing. You've got a good, a good solid lineup now, and I'm very happy to hear these things. I really am. As long as I've known you all and everything, and I know not much has ever been able to keep you all down. I mean, it's hard. Because you guys are tough. You guys are tough, and you're not afraid of hard work, and that's that. There's one thing I know about you all. That's definitely it right there. Noses stay to the grindstone, and I mean, can't say enough about that. So we got to wrap up in just about 2 minutes here. Are there any shows or anything lined up or anything else you'd like to plug right now?
We don't have any right now, but our focus has changed in that we're not like taking a lot of gigs like to play cover music. We're doing a certain number of shows a year that's going to be like a special show, and we want to focus on opening for national acts like Ted Poley this year, and see what else we can get into. And that's kind of like our we've just trying to refocus, and the countdown is on. So
trying to get this CD written and done, and the artwork done and everything else. Getting that's a priority for us.
Yeah, the songs are very powerful in this CD, our fourth CD. They're really powerful. It's a lot of it's heavy. It's really it's heavy but meaningful. It's really, really good stuff. It's got some good cool harmony in it, of course. But I like the songs. They're coming along. I know we still have a long way to go on the CD, but it's going to be worth it as usual when it comes out. We'll have a big CD release party like we do, and it's going to be a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm throwing one of your songs into the next set right after the break. You'll be hearing,
right.
Burn. I like Burn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Burn's a good one.
I mean, I like a lot of your songs, but Burn I do like a lot, So, well, guys, thanks for stopping by and joining us today. It's always great to hear good news, and I know that you have your Facebook page. I'll put a link to your Facebook page in the show notes for sure and everything. And again, Tom, congratulations and welcome aboard, I guess to say, and hopefully this ends up being a good long relationship for you all. And folks, thanks for listening. We'll be back right after the break. We got our Mid-Atlantic Music Marathon coming up with some Scarlet Angel in the mix. So, folks, stick around. We'll be back right after these words. You're listening to The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com. Don't go in.
Angel.
Thanks again, Scarlet Angel. Okay. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in and listening, and hope you enjoyed today's interview. Remember, The Back of the Rack is on every Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and our replay is every Wednesday morning from 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern Time on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock worldwide. You can download our free app and listen anytime, anywhere. Also, don't forget our YouTube channel. Hit the like and subscribe button and allow for notifications so you'll be the first to know whenever new episodes air. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Log on and crank it up. The station your mother warned you about. 97underground.com.